Here comes the news with a twist and a grin. Steve and Alan diving in again. Almost daily, but always sharp. He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Steve and Alan, almost daily. Laughs and facts, served out plainly. Your dose of wit, it's never shady. Stephen Allen, almost daily.
Well, hello and welcome to Stephen Allen Almost Daily Friday edition, the Friday Live and Loose. If you are, you've only got to be watching it on YouTube. There's nowhere else to be watching it, is there? You can get the audio, but if you're watching the live version, get involved in the comment section. More on that in a second. Speaking about it being Friday Live and Loose, Proper Memes, who does loads of the AI jingles on here, emailed across a Friday Live and Loose jingle. What like 3 minutes ago? Maybe even less. Maybe like. How am I meant to turn that around in time? With all of the production that goes in, this is how I turn it around in time. I flipping loaded it in.
Friday, live and loose.
Boom. Friday, live and loose. Not in one of the normal episodes where we have tons of news, but there's loads of stuff to get through. Don't you worry. We get some of the comments. Let's load in the comments. Here we go, on this side. There's a lot of conversation already about Charlotte's legs and something about having a party at the back. I'm not fully caught up with what's happening there. We'll have a look at that in a bit. How are we doing volume-wise? That's all right, isn't it? Crank that up a bit. Proper Meme says Rick Stein's on the docket. He's local-ish. Whenever we talk about him, we pronounce his last name as Stein, like German, because he's pretty much invaded the whole of Padstow. Local content. Yes, good deal. I was surprised to find that he's still alive. So in many ways, we're all learning today. Alex is here as well. Morning, Alex. Morning. Afternoon, actually. Sorry about that. You've already just missed. Justin says, I've briefly stopped playing Word Wipe for this. I normally don't want anyone to stop wiping for this, but congratulations. Prap. And Booyaka Shout. All right, well, so loads of comments going in. And Joodles with all the production. Yeah, look at this. All the production. Stop. What? There's stuff that goes into this. Today, Hi-Ho Kermit's here as well. At least mine has the same number no matter what we're talking about. Handlers, aren't you? So we're all talking about your monikers. Welcome along. Today is indeed a special episode because of the ManFlu. I caught it. I've contracted it. I'm still alive for now. You could watch someone die of ManFlu live on YouTube. So just stay tuned. You never know. Will I make it through? We never know if we're going to make it through. It does mean we need to kick off today's episode with Energy Drink of the Day.
Energy drink of the day. Keep the yawns and the slumps away. Crack the can, hear it fizz and spray. Wake me up, take me away.
I don't have the energy that I normally have. There's a strong chance we'll be doing paracetamol on the day in a bit as well. So before we get into the ManFlu, yeah, we can do the front pages. Oh, there's a front pages jingle. Where'd that come?
Here are today's front pages.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Actually, we'll just go back to the comments. Charlotte says this production is on point. Thank you. And Proper Meme says special episode by Steve, who's also special. Thank you. It's not often you get compliments like that. So thank you. Energy Drink of the Day already started. So back to these front pages. There's only two that's worth looking at, really. I don't want to get into the whole, look, COVID's back in the news. Sweet mercy, I've done enough live streaming during COVID. I'm getting flashbacks. Embassy set for approval despite China spying fears. It's fair enough. We're going to get spied on anyway. Might as well get the property money. They're only going to be spying from their basement in their new embassy. And you can't see a lot from the basement, so that's fine. But I did like the Daily Mail, which has this on the front page. Yeah, COVID again. Oh, man, I can't. I'm getting ill at the same time as reading about all this COVID stuff. I'm getting the flashbacks. But the Daily Mail has on its front page this story about this woman at the top. None of my 4 children want me this Christmas. Oh, look at the sympathy I've got before the ellipsis kicks in. Then what else does she say on the other side of it? Here's how I'm taking revenge. Well, that's why they don't want to spend Christmas with you. You're a... How did it know I was going to say that word in a Chinese accent? Amazing, isn't it? So there's your front pages. before we get into whatever we're going to do today, I've got loads to get through. I've got content. Don't worry, I've got content. Just none of it's good. Let's have a look. Hi, Kermit. I've had it for precisely 1 week at the coughing up razor blade stage. Some at the worst last stage. Well, the ManFlu. Oh, man. Listen, if you're suffering with ManFlu, do get in touch in the comment section. Lots of sympathy. In fact, we can do the ManFlu bit now. Actually, no, before we do the ManFlu bit, thank you to Martin who sent me this on Blueski. So I'm available, and the handle is at Mr. Stephen Allen on Twitter X, and it's X, and also its X name is Twitter. So at Mr. Stephen Allen on Threads at Mr. Stephen Allen, but the algorithm there seems to think I'm into some weird stuff, so I'm not loading that page up. And Martin says on Blueski, which I believe is the Eastern European social media network, Blueski. Martin says, fat raccoon. A bit of a surprise to get called about a raccoon. An overweight raccoon was found in Cornwall. There you go, proper memes. Look at me. Look at the lap dance version of this show you're getting. Local content. It was an unusual rescue. I just don't think we should be body shaming raccoons. Because let's remember that horizontal stripes are very fattening. And that's the end of that story. That's all the coverage I've got for that one. Kermit says, I defo don't have COVID. I can smell it all. That was one of the plus sides of COVID, I seem to remember. There's also, I thought I'd do, we did the live stream tweet thing. The Friday Live and Loose, I pointed out a mill. Should I, A, talk lots about my ManFlu, or B, talk more about my ManFlu? 83.3% of the 6 votes said we should talk about ManFlu, and that's what we're going to do today. So I went on your ChatGPT, and I asked, is ManFlu real? And ChatGPT said, ManFlu isn't an official medical diagnosis. It's not what I asked. But there is evidence that men may genuinely experience respiratory infections more severely than women due to biological differences in immune response. That is from the Daily Mail, so it must be true. And then it goes into this. This is my favourite thing. A couple of things down here. The summary is quite nice. In conclusion, ManFlu is real in the sense that men may biologically suffer more from colds and flu than women. And then it says, would you like me to break it down in a comic-style diagram for your columns? Stop giving away the fact that I use ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas for my newspaper columns. You absolute narc. But also, I think we all need to address the fact that ManFlu is real, and I'm suffering, and it's real. Now, we've got some women in the chat here. You can have your say on this. I know Joodles, Charlotte. You don't know what ManFlu's like, do you? You've never suffered this. And what I'm saying is, if your biology means that when you get a cold, it's not as bad, but my biology means that when I get a cold, it's far worse. Do I think you should have more sympathy? Actually, no. No. Shh. What I'm saying is, I like this new rule that it's right. And technically, I think it's called a sympathetic fallacy, isn't it? Where you project how you would feel in that situation, and that's how you understand the world. The textbooks teach us that people could think the idea of being a tree is boring because you'd be bored just stood there. It's a sympathetic fallacy because you're misunderstanding the second-person point of view. That's far too technical. I nearly have to press the science button for that. Not that psychology is a real science. But I like this. The new rule should be you only have to give sympathy based on how you experienced it. So when I have flu, you don't have to give me more sympathy because your experience of flu would not be that bad. That's fine. Now let's talk childbirth and menopause. Childbirth was, look, it wasn't a walk in the park. Don't get me wrong. It was boring at some stages. And for one of them, I had to inflate the water birthing pool. So, look, I'm not saying it was hard. But there were some boring bits, and there was a bit with the thermometer during the birth of my son. It was a water birth. My job was to try and keep the temperature of the water the correct thing, adding hot water in, taking some out for the levels. You know, we were all doing a lot of work that day. And the thermometer broke, because you rent the whole birthing thing, and the floating thermometer, like a pool thermometer, broke, which just wasn't giving the right stats. So I had to solve this problem, and I'm a problem-solving organism. And we do have a meat thermometer. So I went and got that, and the look on the missus's face, like, don't worry, I'm not stabbing it in. I don't want your temperature, I want the water's temperature. But that it heightens the risk. We're doing a birthing pool with a pool full of water and the other stuff that's in there by the time, you know. And and then I'm adding something in that stabs. It raised the stakes a little bit. So I'm just saying, when it comes to saying how much sympathy do you need to give, let's base it on our own experience. Menopause, it's probably not that bad. And just go back, it's the way that I'm viewing it, that's all. Now, let's see what people are saying about that in the comment section. John's here, finally made a live stream on my birthday. Happy birthday, John. I feel proper memes. Can we get a jingle so I can play that on people's birthdays? Happy birthday, John, says Joodles. Happy birthday. Oh, he's pulled focus. I've been upstaged. Well, we've all got a birthday, just not today. Joodle says, I'm biologically grateful for never having ManFlu. Exactly. And you don't have to give greater sympathy for it. Absolute walking apart, this menopause, isn't it? They don't have the lived experience of ManFlu. Lived experience, yes, I love that phrase. It's not at all an absolute waste of time. A tautology, lived experience, as if there's any other kind of experience than a lived one. You can't download the data. Kermit says, I went for a filling replacement halfway through ManFlu. I'm a trooper. It depends. Do you mean at the dentist or at the place that does jacket potatoes? Either way, my sympathy is with you because you did it with ManFlu. It's not easy. Not easy. Now, should we do some news stories before we talk about ManFlu again? All right, let's get stuck in.
Let's get inside the news.
Right. There you go. Right, I've got some stories. Let's load up a camera. The technology is working. I've always got too many stories, to be honest, if I'm brutally honest. Dua Lipa. There she is, Dua Lipa. Dua's a loser at game. I don't understand half of this. Dua Lipa's fiancé, Callum Turner, won't let her use the loo when Chelsea are playing in case they lose. That is a level of control that I don't think you should have in a relationship. The actor, 35, is so superstitious, he takes extreme steps to ensure victories during the live match. So, look, I'm not an expert on this, but it does mean the next time I hear the results and Chelsea have lost, I'll be thinking, bet Dua Lipa took a dump. You've ruined it for me. Or you've improved it for me. I don't know. Don't ask Threads what I'm into. Oh, please, God, not lose. Says Joodles. What? We're not talking We're not talking toilets. I upset Joodles by explaining about sometimes your man meat touches the inside of the porcelain. If it's large enough, which means every man will pretend it's happened to them. So it's a complicated issue. Oh, look at this one. Here's some advice for you. Let's load this story up. According to experts, the secret to a good sex life is saffron. Now, I read the article. It doesn't give a surname, but she can't be that easy to track down with a name like that. So she's probably pretty busy, though. It's worth Googling, isn't it? Is that what this story's about? Scoffing paella could make you a sex machine. But wait, no wonder the Spanish need to have a nap. Oh, we've solved that story. We don't even need more of that one. Friday live and lose. Says proper memes. Yep, just the tip indeed. That story's dull. Let's go for this one. Oh, actually, no, we are doing quite the toilet-heavy show today. Poocher of toilets. This is the news that high-tech toilets that monitor your poop are set to make a splash next year. The smart thrones can scan stools for info on nutrition levels. My webcam's going all jittery again. I've only got flipping 2 cameras left. I can't afford to lose another one. They follow in the footsteps of TV presenter Gillian McKeith. Do you know what? Every time I'm sat on the toilet, I do think about Gillian McKeith because I'm on my phone and I think I might go online and order a doctorate. But yeah, a toilet that will analyse your poo. I guess that's good. I don't know. Like, my life's hell because of a smartwatch these days. I wake up and get told how badly I slept. I don't help, you know what I mean? So now, instead of having an enjoyable poop, you'll do a poop and you'll get a result. It'll say like, oh, not enough, you're not enough flax. I don't like the idea of being nagged when I'm on the toilet. Although, of course, the smart toilet would be, sit further back, Steve. You're absolutely, you got touchdown there. This was in the news, and I almost kept this story just for the All Hit Radio show, because I try and keep the content separately. A seagull swiped a handbag belonging to a visitor at a seaside hospital. This is the problem, right? In the old days, we used to know that these gulls, these birds, were trying to nick our chips, and now they're trying to nick our chip and pin. We've peaked, though. I mean, if you didn't enjoy it, that's it. We're just going on about ManFlu again for the rest of it. So let's look at the appreciation for that joke in the comment section. Joodles, no, PM, I can't. Well, you can't. It's a biological thing, isn't it? Spanish fly is actually saffron. No. Only reason I know about Spanish fly is because of Frankie Howard jokes. Paella is my favourite food, says Charlotte. Well, let's warn the local saffrons. The gull on those birds, and evening. Chris Hood's here. Evening all. Basically, so far, Chris, you can guess what you've missed. We've talked about toilets and ManFlu, and we're coming back to that in a bit. The clip that's on my social media of me correcting grammar has gone all right, not because I'm annoying and I correct people's grammar. You really feel seen when people listen to you. I'd invite you to watch that clip again. I watched it last night before I went to bed. And there's a look on my face as soon as I'm hearing that other contributor saying it. And it's, even I'm going like, the look on my face is, got a right one here. So, Joodle says, beautifully pronounced. Paella. Thank you. My Spanish pronunciation is it's on point, isn't it? Paella. And do you pronounce it as chorizo? No, you pronounce it as... That's how I learned from Spit the Dog. This is Megan. Oh, yeah, I was saying the clip that's done well is because it's about Megan. Basically, you say anything about Megan and people love it online because people... That's where they do their hate. But Megan knows how to work it. Meghan Markle graces the pages of Harper's Bazaar as she chats to the magazine about her work life. Does she work? So, was an actor, stopped acting. That stopping work is now not a princess, although you can lose that title as well these days. But she, work life? Really? I don't think she's physically making the jam she sells. So there we go. And I don't want to criticise her because I know what it's like. If you say anything, it's an absolute dream, isn't it? She's in a position where she can be as annoying as she likes. When people criticise her, she can say, it's just racist, that. Oh, I wish I could do that because I'm so annoying. Work, exactly, Joodles. Work? Does she work? I'm not saying I work. I do a 2-hour radio show in the afternoon, and that's about it. Mrs. Sussex, you're right, Chris Hood, I should pronounce her as, she is the Duchess of Sussex, which is one of my favourite pubs. And Handmaid's Tale outfit, says Proper Memes. Rolling the R's. This is a Friday special, yeah. This is a paella. Are there any R's in paella? Not the way I say it. This story's rubbish. Let's get this one in there. Car reg, a record at £900,000. The most expensive car number plate ever sold in Britain has been bought for more than £900,000. It's 1F. It's not even 1A. 1F. You sound like a flat or a crap pencil. What are you doing? And the thing is, I don't know. I don't understand why people have personalised number plates anyway. You do come across as a little bit of an a-hole. I'd have greater respect for you if you legally change your name to, like, JTO390V or whatever your car reg is. That could be first name and surname. I'd respect you then. I wouldn't respect you then. But I just think, why would you spend that much money on a car reg that means you can never be a getaway driver? Because, do you remember the reg? Yeah, I do, actually. This guy paid nearly £1 million, and now I can absolutely get him, because that's how you'd have to fund it, by robbing banks. Robbing banks would be a better name for you. Let's have a look. It's in the comment section. Proper Meme says, just need to lower the voice now, Steve. And you sound like Antonio Banderas. The pronunciation's pretty flip. I didn't realise I was Spanish. How much is F1? I'd respect that, because then you'd look like your car. If I press it, the help page would pop up. Jason Statham to Antonio Banderas, says Charlotte. It's it's range that you get on this show, isn't it? I must admit, Joodle says, very good, Chris. Love to you, lady. Oh, I bet you do. You are not a salmon. I don't have the range because of the ManFlu. That's a COVID one. I've already said we don't want to talk about that. So this leads us to probably the last story for the news section. Rick's honest review. And this is Rick Stein, once swore at a supercilious middle-class customer when they sent a dish back, only to realise it was inedible. Quick thing. You can't judge people for being middle class if you use the word supercilious. Also, you can't judge people for being middle class if they dine at one of your restaurants. Seems a really weird way. This is like Greg Wallace having a go at middle-aged women. Who do you think the core target demo for your TV show is, you idiot? Yeah, these middle-class people who like to dump 200 quid on a meal. Yeah, Rick Stein. The chef, 78, still alive, told the Go-To Food podcast there were people who ordered Dover sole, and what I didn't know at the time is that occasionally it's like rubber. They sent it back with some sort of snide little remark, so I went out there. Oh, I went out there. The trouble with you middle classes is that you're so supercilious. Hoisted by your own petard, pal. You can't. You're Rick Stein. I'm going to go at these middle class chefs with German names. Don't you flip it? Take a look in the mirror. Rubber sole says exactly. Rubber sole. It was useful, just not as food. Can you put it in the microwave, please, Chris? Sorry, I was busy. Don't know what we're talking about. Oh, she says hi. Your coffee's now cold. That's all right. For a minute there, I was wondering, you don't like it touching the toilet. I don't think you want it touching the inside of your microwave. The clue's in the name. There we go. So keep the comments coming through. We've got some other stuff to deal with. Remember how we were just talking about ManFlu? We're going back to it. If you've missed it, science says it's the thing. And the only problem is the attitude. When men are ill, you just get accused of having ManFlu. And I just wanted to bring up one of the most annoying adverts I've ever seen. For this, we need to go onto second cam. We don't have side cam anymore. It would have been up there. I miss you, side cam. Anyway, so years ago, there was an advert from Boots. And it still winds me up to this day every time I'm ill. Let's take a look.
Hello. Hi, Rachel. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? Great.
So far, so good, right?
Great. Oh, what are you up to? Oh, just finishing the shopping, picking the kids up from school.
Oh, brilliant. So you're clearly rancid with some sort of disease. Why don't you go to the school? Because that's where you can spread it really nicely. Well done.
Taking them swimming.
Swimming. Dip your veruca in there as well while you're spreading things.
We've got people over for dinner tonight.
People over for dinner. Look at the state of you. Why don't you lick their cutlery, seeing as you are desperately trying to make sure you spread this thing around?
Where are you? Well, I'm going away for work at 5 in the morning, so...
Get on a plane. Why not sneeze on a plane? Sneezes on a plane.
Just did my presentation and packing and painting the bathroom because Pete's parents come for the week.
Pete's parents come over the weekend. I'm guessing by your age that their age means they're a bit vulnerable. Oh, well, you'll enjoy the inheritance.
Actually, I've just been out getting some medicine because he's in bed with a cold. Oh, bless. I'm sending my life.
Oh, he's keeping his disease to himself while he recovers. What an absolute... How did it know I was going to say it in a Chinese accent? So there we go. And then the advert just plays.
He's ill and you don't have time to be.
Oh, when he's ill, you don't have time to be. Flipping winding me right up. That's that advert. Thanks, Boots. Back to the comment section. You need man-sized tissues for ManFlu. I'm amazed they're still allowed. That's, well, anyone can buy them these days. That's probably a thing. This is so annoying, it makes you realise why people hate you. Me? Science Corner? What have I done? It's a bit harsh. Proper Meme says, I wonder if Steve can do a real-time loading of a new clip. Super spreaders, that is in my search term, but it's not the videos I've been expecting. My English teacher wrote to Boots in the 90s, complained they'd put an assistive apostrophe in its. A possessive one, isn't it? The baby's bottle she'd bought for a child. She was hardcore. The baby. Oh, nice. Hang on. I'm being told possessive. Yeah, possessive apostrophe. Hang on. If we're talking possessive apostrophes.
Don't you mean...
Meanwhile, Proper Meme says, check your email. Okay. Well, we'll load this. So I wonder if Steve can do a live loading in of clips. Do I look like the kind of person who can load in a clip live? Bear with. Who was it? Was it Alex who had a birthday? Who's the birthday? Give us the birthday shouts in the comments section as well, because that can't be the right one.
Happy birthday, here's your day to shine. Laughter and candles, wishes in line. Happy birthday, joy is on the way. Celebrate you, it's your special day.
It was loud, but we got it. Oof, felt that one. Right, happy birthday to you. What else we got to do? Oh, right, what time is it? 25 minutes. We've done all the news stories. I've got time for this. I hope you don't mind. I did a thing on the audio-only version of this podcast. I'd recommend subscribing to it. It does particularly well on Spotify because they're really pushing it on there. And it's great. AI these days works out your chapter names. I quite like that. The AI has to listen to the kind of guff I waffle on about and then come up with the chapters. I'm like, yeah, no, I did talk about that. So on there, I talked about a story a couple of days ago, only in the podcast version, not in the radio show version. So even if you listen to All Hit Radio weekdays from 1, you wouldn't have got this. And it's been making me smile ever since. So what I wanted to do is play you a clip from the audio-only podcast, but there's no picture to go with it. So we've loaded up like they do on news things. Whenever they get people talking on phones or whatever on news, I work on news channels, you might have seen that. And I've noticed they just use like a still. So there's a picture of me with the news, with the audio that will play out. So anyway, if I can load it up. This is me talking on the podcast. Enjoy the story. Hopefully you find it funny as well. And a nurse has been struck off after he kept farting in front of hospital patients and laughing about it. He also repeatedly broke wind in front of colleagues and said, oops. How can you fire someone for that? The oops makes up for it, doesn't it? Breaking wind all the time, maybe. But breaking wind going, oops. A tribunal heard he was asked to stop, but simply laughed and said, I can't help it. I don't know why I imagine he sounds like that. This guy even cocked his leg. Oops. Oh, get me. I don't know why I think he's like that. He was found by the Nursing and Midwifery Council to have committed misconduct over the farting habit. He worked at the University Hospital in Wales in Cardiff, and was struck off for incidents including making sexual innuendos. Oh, ruined it. You should have spent your entire life. Oh, was that you? Don't mind if I do. Oh, what's for tea? You know what I mean? If you break wind like that, you got to have a catchphrase. I think he was heading in the right direction with oops, wasn't he? Oops. Oh, blow your hat off. Do you know what I mean? There are so many options, and he could have workshopped them. He had time. Different ideas of what you could do, kind of. Oh, I felt that. What else could you anyone else got catchphrases for when you're breaking wind when you're a nurse? The nurse, fetch 'em up, like that. That's good ideas. So there you go. What I would say is, how is this newspaper, the entire article about a nurse breaking wind who has been found to be in breach of the rules and he no longer has his job, hasn't said that they've let him go. He's been one that's let go. No, you're right. Actually, maybe the pun doesn't work. Well, there you go. You're fully up to date. So that was on the podcast the other day. And since then, I've spent my time walking around the house just doing like fake Trump noises and different catchphrases. Feel free to suggest some in the chat because it's been a wonderful day. Yeah, I've come up with oh, I felt that. That's a good one. Oh, chunky. Maybe too much. Shut that door. It's a classic, but somehow it still works, doesn't it? And imagine how joyful, how much fun it is, an absolute delight to live with me, walking around the house saying, oh, begging your pardon. Come again. That's good. I'll second that. Proper Meme says, oh, I love Trump. They've let one go, Justin. That's exactly the phrase I was trying to go for. At those prices. Bit of a curveball, but so there we go. That's why we covered that story. I give that as a gift to you. Spend your time walking around your house, coming up with catchphrases that one can use after a little pop. Oh, I'll sign my name on that. Hang on. Sign your name across me fart. I think we're about done for all that we have to do today. Oh, we should actually got to get you up to date with some of the plugs. There's not a lot really, to be fair. Plugs. Tonight I'm in Chertsey. Probably just going to talk about having ManFlu quite a lot. Saturday on GB News at 11, doing some news reviews. Probably going to be talking about ManFlu a lot. If there's any way any of these things can get... if any way we can get news stories about breaking wind on Friday night, whenever it's Saturday night on GB News Oh, that needs reform. Oh dear. So look, we're about done. Finish that off. It's Friday, live and loose. It's definitely been loose, and I think it was live. It's difficult to know, isn't it? Thank you for your comments. I think we've covered all the news story. Joodle says Terence Trent D'Arby is filling a suit as we speak. Filing a suit. Well, he'd probably doing both. And Terence Trump D'Arby, says Kermit. Lovely. Here we go again. Oh, here we go again. It works, honestly. I think I've just improved breaking wind for everyone. All you need is a good catchphrase. It's a great way to workshop a catchphrase, isn't it? Now, get that, will you? There is no sentence that said camply after breaking wind is not at least mildly amusing. Try it. Put one in the comments and we'll do that before we head off. Energy drink of the day. I don't remember eating that. So, thank you for all of your comments. Thank you for partaking in a Friday. Kermit, it's a good one. Oh, you can chew on that. Honestly, I think there's something. He changed his name years ago. That's Terence Trent D'Arby, but still works as a sentence. Oh, he changed his name years ago. How'd you pronounce that? Is it Larry? Larry sounded nothing. I don't know how you dare, Chris. Larry sounded nothing like me. I wish I could do an impression of Larry. At the prices you get here, I'm not sure we can. Smells like Teen Spirit. Oh, smells like Teen Spirit. Here we are now, entertainers. You're up to date. Thank you for the money that some people gave on the ko-fi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen for the webcam. I'm now looking online. I've found some that are getting terrible reviews. That's what we're after, isn't it? A webcam that really, absolute stinker. Oh, it's an absolute stinker. We'll try and see what we can do in that. It will take a while to get delivered here. Meanwhile, I've got another spam call coming through. Got a nuisance one earlier on. Likely nuisance. Isn't that flipping everyone who calls? And yes, Substack. I've had a few more subscribers there, so I'll try and write something, maybe about ManFlu. Substack.com/@Mr. Stephen Allen. Do the thing on the YouTube. Subscribe, like, hit the bell. It'll tell you when we're going live, which should be 2 to 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the odd Friday live and loose. That's it. We're done. Thank you very much for your participation. Ooh, I've got another spam call came through, but it's in quote marks from Proper Memes, so... Oh, it's another spam call coming through. Is that for you? There is no sentence that doesn't work. We have found a thing here. You want to get an old one from eBay. I dug one out 10 years ago that was truly awful, says Kermit. But also, you want to get an old one from eBay. It works, doesn't it? People are learning things on this show that no one ever thought they would. Even I didn't think we'd say anything of worth. So, thank you very much for all of your participation. I think we're about done for the day. Do the usual things, subscribe, all of that thing. Oh, another nuisance call coming through. And until next time...